Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to you if you're new here. Today's video is a collab with Deborah over at Debra'S Delicious Dishes. This is the hashtag Christ Supper collab. And today I'm going to be making Italian sub quesadillas. So the challenge that Deborah presented to us was you need to use 6 ingredients, any dish you'd like to make. You can use seasoning, but only 6 ingredients, and your ingredients have to spell out the word Christ. So it was a little tricky with the letter I because besides iceberg lettuce, ice cream, Idaho potatoes, if you've ever Googled foods that start with the letter I, there is some weird stuff out there and I wouldn't know where to begin. So for me, it was ice cream, potatoes, or lettuce. So I went with iceberg lettuce. So to get started, I'm going to show you what my foods are in order by letter. So let's get started with the ingredients. My first letter is C, so I have cheese. That's some shredded mozzarella cheese. H is ham. I just have some deli ham there on the plate. For R, I'm using some red wine vinegar, and that's going to be to mix with the shredded iceberg lettuce, the letter I. That was the tricky one. I want to know if all you guys had a problem with the letter I too. S is my salami, and T is for the tortillas. And I have 2 different sizes because we're going to make 2 different styles of quesadilla. We're going to do one folded over and then one like on top of each other. So let's get started building these quesadillas. Here, before I get started, I'm just adding some of that garlic powder and the oregano to the red wine vinegar. And we're going to end up throwing the lettuce in there in a couple of minutes, but I just wanted to season it up first. So we're going to start by using the larger flour tortilla, and I'm just going to fold it in half kind of as a guide because I want to keep everything on one side. Now my thought when making this was I wanted the cheese on the top and the bottom, but I didn't want the lettuce to get soggy, so you're going to see on top of the cheese I'm going to put the ham. When I make Mexican style quesadillas like with beans or cheese or meat, like taco meat, I normally don't put lettuce on the inside. I'll usually put that on the outside like a garnish. So I didn't want the lettuce to get too warm. I wanted the cheese more to melt on the outside. So here I am, I'm putting the lettuce in there just to mix it up and get the good flavor of the red wine vinegar and the spices I put in there. And I'm just gonna layer that right on top of the ham. And once I have that on there, I'm gonna add my salami. And then I'm going to add the final layer of cheese and fold it over. I do have some butter on my grill pan over to the side. We're gonna get that heating in a second. But for now, I'm just gonna fold this one over and then we're gonna get started on the other one. If you have the bigger tortillas that you can fold over, I recommend those for quesadillas of any kind because when you do the small ones like this, they're a lot harder to flip. You'll see it's a little bit tricky, but it worked out and I had that package open, so I wanted to use it up. So here I'm just layering it the same way. I'm putting the cheese, then the ham, the lettuce, the salami, and then more cheese. And I'm going to top it with that other tortilla and we're going to get it on the grill pan. Now that I'm just putting the butter on my grill pan and tossing the quesadillas on here, we'll talk a little bit more about the collab. It's being hosted, like I said, by Deborah over at Debra'S Delicious Dishes. And she's a newer friend to me here on YouTube. I think I found her channel end of January, beginning of February. I feel like it's been about a month now. She has some really good content. Go check out her channel. I'll have it linked below. She does cooking. She has a new series she's doing on Wednesdays. She's reading from a book. It's all about strength for women. I've been looking forward to that on Wednesdays. She did a super fun unboxing video the other day. She showed things she received in the mail and from her children. She got some really nice gifts. So she has a lot of really good content. So go check her out after you watch this video, or maybe you're here from her video. So if you are, welcome. But I will post her channel below, and if she does a playlist, I will link that as well for this collab. The other part of this collab, in addition to making the recipe, Deborah asked us to state what Christ means to us. So for me, it's just very simple for me. Christ is number one. You put Christ first in your life, and to me, everything else follows. Everything falls into place. Not all the time. We all have bad times. We've all questioned our faith. I know I have. I think if anyone says they haven't, I think they might be lying, but I could be wrong. But I think if you have that faith in your heart, I believe you always go back to it. The Lord never ceases to amaze me the way he works in our life. I am not a believer in coincidence at all. I believe everything that happens in this life, that's the Lord working in your life, whether it be people he puts in your path, things, situations, anything like that. So I just keep my faith. I believe whatever situation is going on today, it's supposed to be happening. Maybe one day I'll know the reason, maybe one day I won't, but I'm just keeping the faith that the Lord put it there for a reason. And you know what? Most of the time, for me anyway, things have worked out. You know, I hope, you know, I hope that makes sense to you guys. It's just how I feel. I'm speaking from the heart here. So that was the second part of the collab. So thank you, Deborah, for inviting everyone to join. I can't wait to see what everybody else puts up. But back to my food here. Are you guys like laughing at me here? Because I play with my food a lot. I'm very impatient. I probably flipped these 4 or 5 times. I didn't want them to burn, but mostly because I'm just impatient. So I'm just going to keep cooking here and flip them a few more times, and then it's going to be time to plate this up. Now they're all done, and I'm just going to take them off the grill. I'm going to cut them in half. Well, the big one I cut in half. The small one I cut into 4 pieces. So I'm just getting them cut up. I'm going to get them plated up, and I'll give you a little shot of how they look on the inside. You guys, these were so good. I have Italian subs often, like probably at least twice a month from a local place, maybe 3 times. I never thought to do this as a quesadilla. This was really good. I'll be making this again. I hope some of you guys watching will give this a try because it's a really good recipe. Now, after I get them plated up, I'm just going to add some red onion. I also had some pepperoncini and some sliced banana peppers. So I thought that would be a nice thing to put on the side because a lot of times when you get a sub, it has onions or some sort of pepper or something like that. So, and it did go really well with it. So that's going to do it for this video, you guys. I want to say thank you to Deb for hosting this collab. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm looking forward to watching other people's videos from this collab, getting to know some of you. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you around. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.